Ooh-wee, y'all. Mercury retrograde has been hella busy. Grand Rising, good afternoon and good evening. Whatever time you click on this video is the right time for you, and I thank you in advance for your viewership and support. So, late last night, I got off my live, and it seemed like London's bridge was falling down all across Papoose and Remy's relationship, their marriage. It got really messy. By the time I woke up this morning, it was all over the blogs. I wanted to tap into the energy, not to necessarily like get off into the household, but just to understand what set all of this energy off and what's to expect from here. It even got to the point to where Clarissa, who I guess is supposed to be Papoose's new girlfriend, her and Remy start having words back and forth, and it looks like somebody got invited into the ring. Is that something that actually pops off? Baby, listen. I always tell y'all, keep y'all popcorn for 2024. But this right here would be epic and crazy, all wrapped up into one big, huge heap of what the hell am I looking at? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and tap into this energy to see what's going on. Since it's in the public, we're not digging into their business, honey. They added us to the group chat. What actually set this situation off between Remy and Papoose? What actually set this situation off between Remy and Papoose? Okay, so we've got the 8 of Wands, which means that this situation came fast. I mean, literally out of nowhere. And we've got the 5 of Cups with the 10 of Cups, which is like shame, remorse, regret, when it comes to a familial situation, because the 10 of Cups represents family. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's like this situation has just been dragging and dragging and dragging on for a while. So this is showing me that there hasn't been a happy home in a long time. And this feels like a grieving period, but nobody is willing to just do what needs to be done to separate from the situation and be done with it. This is the energy I'm getting before the jump off started in the wee hours of last night. So we've got the card of the 2 of Pentacles, which represents juggling, and that could be taken as infidelity as well, somebody juggling 2 people. But here's where the problem lies. 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. See, they both had infidelity. But this feels like a case of you cheated, but I cheated better. You did you, but I leveled up when I did me. Because the 3 of Wands represents your ships coming in, blessings, opportunities, and they're literally coming in, they're arriving. Yeah, so once again, like I said, the Knight of Coins, this has been dragging on for a very long time. This is not a new situation. What's the wish fulfillment out of this 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck? Show me the wish fulfillment. So this is showing me that someone's considering their options, but they're confused on how to move forward, on what to do. The Death card is at the bottom of the deck. And this is like, you know, how do we end this for good? We need to transition for the long haul. Let this go. Almost feels like that Lauryn Hill song, X Factor. That, what's that line? You let go and I'll let go too, because no one's hurt me more than you and no one ever will. This is the energy that I'm getting off of this. No matter how we seem to grow, you never... How did that line go? Either way, this is X Factor. Somebody wants to leave, somebody doesn't want to let go, but it feels like the person that doesn't want to let go doesn't want to be left in a deficit. Yeah. So here it is. This is the card of being jovial, you know, being out, you know, enjoying yourself, mixing, mingling, dating, partying, okay, gossip even. And then, you know, it's third party energy. And it's like, here's the card of truth. So somebody finally has to face the truth about, you know, a third party energy or engagement. Hold on, let me make a little room here. Ooh, wait a minute. Now, that's a lot. So, baby, wait a minute. That was almost a book, a major motion picture. So, I'm going to put those back. Yeah, somebody doesn't want to be left in a deficit. The Ten of Wands here with the Eight of Cups. That it comes out in the upright. And this is showing me that there are burdens, debts, all types of things that this person feels like they can't carry alone. If a person walks away, the life and everything that we've built together, this is too much for me. If you leave, I need you to stay. So here's the thing. Cheating in a marriage is wrong either way. But Remy, you don't get to eat your cake and have it too. Have your cake and eat it too, however you want to say it. You went and did you. Spent the block. Went and did you again with another guy that you had out public. And it didn't work. Now here it is. Pap is, you know, the one that's, you know, in infidelity. But his infidelity is actually working out to his benefit. He's with someone who he doesn't have to take care of. She could actually take care of him. And this is where I feel like the bigger issue is. It's like I said, this has been a long time coming. These two have both been back and forth, you know, doing their own thing. But it's like there's burdens, there's things that got to be separated, things that, you know, somebody doesn't want to carry this load alone after somebody walks away. And this is a man in this picture walking away. Papoose wants out. He wants to leave, but Remy is holding on. This is the energy that I'm getting. Before I go any further, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. All things said are alleged. Okay, so Remy, why are you not letting go? What's the real reason you're not letting go? King of Cups. King of Cups is a very loving individual, a very caring person. This is someone, when they care about you, they are locked in with you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You don't even have to really say anything, because this is someone who pays attention to, you know, your body language and your vocal inflections, and they learn you inside out. And even if this person doesn't say anything, this is a person who will learn to suffer in silence. Because the King of Cups doesn't really talk about how they feel. They'll internalize things, and they'll take and take and take and take. Because part of this is, unfortunately, a part of their love language as well. I know you're going through something. Okay, I'll take that. I know things have been hard for you. You know, give it to me. I'll take that. Okay? And that's not to say that he's a perfect individual. I'm not saying anything of the sort. But what it's showing me is that throughout the time, throughout the years, there's times that he probably should have been opening his mouth and stating his intentions, letting it be known how he feels about certain situations, but he just let things rock. And then eventually it started to pile up. It started to create resentment. Queen of Wands in reverse. So he never was able to truly get over her infidelity, but he wanted to heal through it. He wanted to work through it. He didn't really say how he felt about it, but it broke him to a certain extent to his core. And not so much that it's something that happened, but how it happened. It happened publicly. It happened because the dude that she was dealing with not only broke the code, but it's like, damn, dude ain't even loyal to you. I care about you, and he out here flexing and flaunting on you. He didn't even think about how this would affect you and your family, how this would, you know, work out in the long run. And it was a tower. But he pushed through. He wanted to push through. He wanted his family. And then when he pushed through and he wanted his family, he finds out that you're juggling again. Allegedly. Yeah, it came to him like word on the street. Somebody came in fast with the information to let him know about her juggling. So this wasn't even something that he could live down, something that they could work through together. Because look at this at the bottom of the deck. You see this, the Four of Swords, but up here in the top, you've got the Knight of Swords, which is the messenger that came in really swiftly that caused this whole entire situation to be at rest. So even though they may have been in the same house, it's like being in the same house but being separated. We're roommates at this point. I still care about you, but at the same token, I don't look at you the same. And then here we are to the Knight of Pentacles, this Knight of Coins card. This situation, once again, just dragging and dragging and dragging, and it's not getting any better. So this wasn't an out of nowhere experience. They've been literally going through this, going through the motions, and it just did not seem to get better. Yeah. And then boom, here's the Tower. The Tower is something that can't be repaired. Once lightning hits the Tower, it's pretty much it. It's over. And this is where it looks like, allegedly, Papoose decided to go out and date, consider his options, meet someone else, you know, party, have a good time. But even with that, I keep channeling the song X Factor. You let go and I let go too, because no one's hurt me more than you and no one ever will. No matter how I seem to grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. And when I try to leave, what's that part? When I try to leave, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. So yeah, they've been going through this back and forth. So I sense that he's been trying to leave. This isn't new energy. He's been trying to leave. And once he met who he feels is his Queen of Cups, it gave him the energy to say, okay, enough is enough. Let's cut ties. And the weird thing is, it's like Remy didn't want to cut ties, but Remy was still out here, Seven of Cups, seeing what was out here. This is what it looks like. This is what it appears to be. Yeah. Knight of Wands. It's like you still out here, you know, having your hot girl moment. You're still dealing with, you know, whomever you're dealing with allegedly. Still out here partying. And it's like, wait a minute. You don't want to let me go, but you still want to do you. What are we doing? This is how this feels. Yeah. So here it is. Once he gets out there, and remember what I said about the Queen of Cups, he finds the one that matches his vibration. And it's like, damn, I feel like I met my soulmate, but it's a hangman because we've got this third party energy. So he wanted to leave this situation because he felt like he met his new forever mate. But then it's like all these hurdles, all these burdens, all these things that come with him trying to go. And he's sitting here reminding her, like, you were giving love offers while you were out working. 8 of Pentacles. You literally are dating someone that either you work with or works for you, but you don't want me to move on. So yeah, this has been going on for well over a year. So look at this. You've got the 6 of Wands. He's like, look, I'm going to move on towards victory. You're going to let me go. And no matter what, I'm ready to go. And then you got the 5 of Wands, the fighting card. Someone who physically wants to fight now that he's decided that he actually wants to go. And that's a part of the 10 of Wands. It's like, okay, you go if you want to, but I'll pull up, allegedly. So here it is. You know, it's like there's a lot more that can come out that we don't know yet that happened with this situation with Remy and this person that she was working with. Because it feels like Pap was completely oblivious to what was going on until all of a sudden dude went viral for snitching on him and Remy's situation. And it brought a lot of shame, a lot of humiliation, a lot of regret, not just to Pat, but to the family. Yeah. So here it is. When that happened, he wanted to go then. The Hermit, Ace of Wands, he was ready to cut her loose then. Why didn't you? Pap, why'd you stay? So this is where they both can be a little toxic, because here it is, the independent woman. She's moving around like she's the independent woman, but he's obsessed over her. Okay, so he wasn't ready to let go. He was still obsessed over her. He's like, this is my wife, you know, I don't want my wife out here, you know, bending corners or whatnot. And now it's like he's realizing dragging this out all this time is going to make the situation even worse. And this Tower is like, after this, it can't go back to the way that it used to be. This really, really messed up situation. So here it is. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck, who represents a father figure, provider, husband. Okay. And the Hermit. So now that he actually is separating himself, it's like it's nothing that she can do about it to continue to hold him. But it seems like, you know, even though he fought for the relationship, he was obsessed with the idea of them and their family being together. The to death do us part, you know, I married you, I don't want to let you go. He had to accept that she still was doing her. Seven of Cups over the Knight of Wands. So here it is. It's like, you know, the Devil in the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So with the Devil, you know, this attachment between them, it's like, okay, he's realizing, okay, so it's like he's growing and he's understanding the difference between love and toxicity. So he's like, you know, I'm obsessed with, you know, this marriage and not letting it go. And then it's like he finally realizes, well, I don't want to be married this way. This is toxic for me to hold on to somebody that, you know, that wants to be free. So at this point, it was like, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You've met somebody else. You're doing something with somebody else. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to, you know, get to meet somebody. And then when he meets somebody that he fell in love with. And that's what became the Hangman. And that's where we get this Queen of Swords to the Six of Swords. So now it's like Remy wants to, you know, she wants to bare her soul. She wants to tell everything. She wants to tell her truth. But it's because he wants to move on and leave behind what he thinks is a toxic, chaotic environment. And he's genuinely offering his cup to another woman. And now it's like it's too heavy to carry. It's too hard for Remy to bear that, you know, she couldn't hit him with that typical guy stuff like, you know I was out there, but I'll be right back. He eventually, one of these times, you came back and it just, the energy wasn't the same. The vibe wasn't the same. He had decided to, against all odds, say, you know what? It's been real. Situation is no longer conducive. I don't want this anymore. And now it's like the winds changed. So it went from him not wanting to let go, wanting to keep his wife, wanting to work for his marriage, to saying, okay, well, you're going to do you. You're never going to stop doing you. So I'm going to go out here and do me. And then he meets somebody, falls in love, and now she's the one obsessing, doesn't want to let go, wants to put everything out in the air. And the roles have reversed. Yeah. So feels like the energy between them, the reason why there's all this arguing, this harsh communication, is because Pap chose love, but this time it wasn't Remy. He chose someone else. And this was something that she just could not bear to understand or, even comprehend if she wanted to, because she never thought that he would be the one to choose someone else. But he is. So yeah, remember I said things happen at the job that still haven't come out yet. Secrets were revealed that brought a lot of shame and remorse and regret to the family. Things that happened with the person from work, the person that you were working with, the person you were only supposed to just be cordial with, speaking to them in passing. Now you're sorry about, the turnaround, how this situation came about. So it appears to me that Remy, was playing in Pap's face this whole time. This just my coworker. We just cool. Ain't nothing going on. We just work together. Pap's intuition was telling him something was going on, but it's like, this is my wife. I'm gonna trust my wife. I don't see no other reason. I don't see nothing different. Maybe I am bugging. Maybe I am just jealous. And then everything hits the fan. So literally the roles have completely, totally reversed in this situation, because now he has somebody else. He's not telling her everything that he got going on with the new chick, and she feels left out, and she knows that he cares about her, and this is the difference. This is what hurts. It's like, wait a minute, you really love her. Five of Swords. This is what feels like what started the argument, or the public back and forth, so to speak. Yeah. So it's like once she got out here and she got to moving around, like, she was the independent woman, single, okay? She became, really sorry about getting out here, because it wasn't what she wanted. It wasn't what she thought it was going to be, because they didn't treat her like her husband. So here it is. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, which not only like a large amount of money, but this represents a solid commitment. So it was fine with him being in hermit mode and, going internal, because remember what I said, King of Cups. He's not someone that's big on sharing his feelings or emotions. Like, he'll get hurt and internalize things. But this time when he went into hermit mode, he came out with a solid commitment. And she's thinking, okay, well, he's just bopping around. He's got this one, this one, this one, and that one. Because I see that they're both, you know, breaking their vows, okay? So I'm not going to put a crown on one's head and, you know, take, you know, jabs at one and not tell the truth on the other. They're both, you know, they were both out here dating other people. It was like an open relationship, but it didn't start that way. It's like Remy wanted to do Remy, and she wanted to have her cake and eat it too. Pap matched the energy, and for a while, it's like, okay, anything you can do, I can do better. Was good for the goose is good for the gander. But he never wanted this type of marriage. He never wanted this type of relationship. And when he went out and decided he wanted to bend a corner or two, he ended up with somebody that he could see as his new wife, the love of his life. And she ended up with people that, you know, might have to go back to the recycling bin. Yeah, so also, you know, you got this 10 of coins here falling under the devil, which is like, now it's like the obsession is this marriage is also a business, okay? And they made a lot of money out of this business. Now, how is it supposed to work from here when we've, you know, built this foundation, we were building this empire, and now the money is up in the air too. It's on the floor. So it's like she wanted him to, you know, end this courtship permanently, because it's like, if you leave, this affects, you know, the business, the brand, everything. You know, I get to losing business wise, you know. Wow, at this point, I'ma do me, you gonna do you, and we'll still work this business angle together. But it looks like he doesn't even want to do that anymore. He just wants to be free. Yeah. He decided to go in a new direction. Chose to, you know, do something completely different. And now it's like, damn. No rest for the wicked, no rest for the weary. Total anxiety. Because like I said, she didn't expect him to grow a pair and leave. Well, can't have everything your way. It's not how this works. Yeah, so now here it is, you know, this offer that you gave to this person at work, because it looks like Remy is the one who may have, you know, opened this invitation with the coworker that brought her shame, regret, remorse, and misery. Now it's like balance has to come out of this situation, because there's so much karma attached to this. So here it is, the King of Wands in the upright, Five of Swords. So, you know, King of Wands is someone who can be a philanderer. He gets around, he does his thing. So she comes out of this situation looking messed up. Dude who snitched on her, it actually, you know, got him, you know, in certain circles, or moved him through the algorithm. So it didn't affect him the way that it affected her. And her juggling Two of Pentacles ends up becoming a spectacle, because the Knight of Swords, the messengers that came back and told this information about her acting and, you know, moving around like she's single, the word spread extremely fast. And she tried to deny it, but hey, here it is. This is the card of truth. So she couldn't even get ahead of this situation to extinguish it and put it out, because by the time she tried to put it out, it came out that this was true. And here it is. She ended up having to face karma because justice came in the energy of truth, which balanced everything and reset the whole alignment in her and Papoose's marriage. Yeah. And then boom, here's the truth hits the table about Pap and the relationship that he's in. Because notice I said relationship. Like, he really is into this woman, and now he's ready to take a leap of faith and risk it all. He doesn't want to be out here dating multiple people. He doesn't want to be a player. Like, he really wants a family structure and somebody that he can just be in the house with. Not to say that they just gonna be in the house and just be all up under each other, but he wants someone where that can be his one. That's the one he could pour his energy into. And he's realizing he doesn't like this open marriage, open lifestyle type energy. And this, look at that. Heartbroken over, you know, who you felt was the love of your life. Because there's a lot at stake here, like, you know, the marriage, the business, you know, everything, you know, wanting to be there for your child, but at the same token, no longer wanting to be a part of what feels like living a charade, masquerading, because it's back to this role here. They were both doing what they were doing. They were both out here, city boy up, city girl up, city boy down, city girl down. Like, it was a lot going on, but I don't see where he opened this energy. I don't see where he invited this energy into the relationship. He just tried to match energy within this relationship, and then eventually it just started dwindling, and it got worse and worse and worse, and it's just been dragging for so long. And he's tired of carrying this weight. He wants to leave. He wants to be free. So here it is. He decides to take this leap of faith. Let's just end it. Call it a thing. Call a thing a thing. Let's call it the quits. And now it looks like somebody wants to fight. Literally. Yeah, and this is happening publicly. So he decided, since she brought it to social media, he would come out and he would give his side of the story. He would spill his side of the story while people were watching. Ooh, the mess of it all. But King of Swords in the upright is someone who is a truthful person. They just, when they tell their version of, you know, what happened, it cuts like a knife. So what's to expect, so I can close this out? Yeah. Judgment and the Empress. I don't know if somebody's pregnant, but that baby, that would make this a final chapter in this book, because that is something that will, you know, give you a final curtain call. So he feels like him telling his truth about what happened and everything that was going on is going to give him balance through a new beginning, temperance, so that he can move on with his life. And he's like, I'm finally ready to make a choice. You know, yeah, I have been dealing with you and I have been dealing with her, but I'm ready to make a choice. Yeah, and he wants, oh my gosh, y'all, here's the Temperance. He wants balance through a new beginning, and that's falling under the card of Truth, Ace of Swords. But look at what's at the bottom of the deck. The Empress, the mother of the deck. Now, that can mean that something is being brought into fruition, or it can mean just what I just said. Yeah, so here it is. Not getting any sleep, not getting any rest. Remy is losing a lot of sleep, high anxiety, because it's like she finally is grasping the idea that this is going to crash and burn. It's going to come to an end regardless. And even though, you know, this is taking up rent in her head, this is almost like she is to the point to where she could possibly put herself in a position to go to jail. And I hope not. Just let the man go. It's somebody don't want to be there, let it go. Now, this is the card of being trapped, stuck in a situation. Also, it could be the card of jail. And here it is, the fighting card under the deck. Please don't turn this into a situation and try to fight and end up going to jail, because it's not worth it. Let them go. You opened up the marriage. You decided to deal with other people. It backfired on you when he decided to deal with somebody else, and he found somebody that he actually cares about. It is what it is. It's over. Yeah. He wants to give Clarissa everything. He loves her. So this isn't just about him cheating with a side chick. He loves her. So I'm going to get out of this energy because I don't want to get, you know, personal. I only wanted to tap into, you know, what was in social media since we got added to a group chat. And y'all, Remy, baby, it's time to let go. Time to move on. Let that man do him. You are doing you. Life goes on. That's it, and that's all. Doesn't always work out, but it doesn't have to end this way either. So just wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is my energetic tap in on what's going on between Remy, Papoose, and Clarissa. Y'all, I'm going to end this right here so that I can try to get this uploaded tonight. Talk to y'all soon. Goodness gracious. This is a whole mess, y'all. Till next time.